Coach, I know it feels like a broken record sometimes, but where do you feel like you guys came up short today?
No, we don't make enough pitches. Probably we don't make enough plays. We don't get enough hits. I think all 11 runs scored with 2 outs. We got a chance to get off the field, and we're in a lot of positive counts where we're trying to waste the pitch, and we end up throwing a pitch for them to hit. And 2 of the innings where they scored, double-digit runs, we have double play balls to where you can get off the field, and we don't make them. You watch on the flip side, they make them. They make the plays. Last night we dropped the pop-ups, and we don't make enough. They're fighting, and our guys are fighting. They're just, like I've said before, it's just they're almost fighting too hard. They showed up today to play and gave a great effort. We're just not playing good enough, and that comes back to the coach. So we got to figure it out and move forward.
You mentioned some of those plays that just swing the game so quick. I mean, do you guys feel like you're closer in these games than maybe some of these early scores show just because you're?
Well, I did today. I thought we were in that game today. Yesterday, no. We fell behind early. Gart came out early. I didn't think we were in that game. But last Friday and today, I mean, we're in that. Now, they're not a deep bullpen team, but we let them separate in these innings, and it's just tough. Our goal was to control the backside of their order, and I think in those 2 innings where they scored all those runs, the 6, 7, 8, 9, I think they got on 5 out of 6 times. No offense to those kids, but if you're going to beat Arkansas, you have to get them out. Because the first 5 are really good. Their first 5 hitters are really good, and they're a lot better when you got runners on base.
How do you sort of portray that message to them where you think some of these games you're closer than the score suggests, but all they're seeing is
I just told them I'm just going to still coach you. I mean, if it's for now, it's for tomorrow, it's for the future, whatever. I'm going to come every day and coach you as hard as I can and try to make you a better player. And hopefully during this you can become a better player and have a learning experience. It's tough. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's tough. I mean, it's going through something like this at a place like this where the expectations are so high. And we understand the expectations, but it's getting these kids to play hard, getting them to show up, practice hard, and become a better player. That's our message.
Even with the struggles, Hunter Hines has had one of the best home run seasons in Mississippi State history. What's it like to see him do his thing day after day?
He does some really special things. A special player. He's doing a good job coming every day, working, leading, kind of the leader of that clubhouse in a lot of ways. And then, when he hits some balls, some of the things he does is special.
Got a couple weekends left, and still possibly making Hoover, but as of now, you're last in the SEC again. What's kind of the plan to fix it? How do you kind of inspire confidence in your fan base to kind of move forward?
Well, we got to, like I said, probably, recruiting is one big way. You're not going to do it here in the next 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks we got to show up and play and give everything we got. But it's players, it's coaches, it's hard work, it's getting it back. We've had it's been a tough year and a half probably. Since about halfway through the season last year and then this season, and we got to get it back.
You have some young guys like David, DJ, even Hunter's just a sophomore that have had good seasons. Do you get the sense that they've tried to take an early leadership role, knowing that they play a huge part in trying to fix it next year?
Hunter does. The freshmen are just trying to survive. Usually, the freshmen are just trying to play as hard as they can and keep their head above water. Especially right now, it's really hard for a freshman. Not only starting in the SEC, but also with the pressure that comes with this. And there's probably a little more pressure than normal right now when you're not playing great.
You got a core group with some younger guys too that have played together before they got here. Hunter and Ross and DJ and some of those guys. Does that give you maybe some confidence that maybe you've got something to build with, and maybe you can keep those guys here and build around them?
Well, I think people think I'm crazy when I say it, and I've said it all year, and we just haven't, really, you look at us, our struggles, we have a couple struggles, but we just have to pitch better. We're just not making enough pitches, and I look at our core of our young players. I like them. I think they're good. I think Durangelo, that's a special player. Nate Dome, Kobe Holcomb, Bradley Law. We have so many of these young players that are special players. We haven't performed to what their level is, and that goes on coaching. So, as we look up at our players, I feel like we have something we can build off of. But you'd like to see them get to Hoover. You'd like to see them play well here, have something exciting to go out on, to be able to, to build on something. Because, in this world, like I said, I think we have some special young players.
Was Low okay?
He was great. We just, my last 2 times I've taken him out late, you know, and left-handed, he's not as good as right-handed. So going through those guys for the 3rd time, they had got him on the 2nd time. You know, Cheatham had pitched well against him. Obviously, you know, doesn't happen today, but I just, I had a full bullpen, and, you know, if you ask our fans, I hold on to a pitcher too long, probably, you know. So right now, it's just tough to make the right decision. It seems like you take them out a little early, not enough, take them out a little late. We're not making pitches. I mean, and that's, you know, he gave up the 2 on the breakers. He was ahead in both counts and gave up hits, and I felt like we could come in and get 1 out. You know, we just don't get it. You know, that little line of 4 lefties is tough, but if you have a lefty throwing well, they put them right there together for you. But he was fine. Shoot, some of his stuff it's actually growing each week. I mean, the fastball velo, the command from the left side is getting better. But he's a freshman going through this too. I mean, when you're on Sunday, there's a little bit of pressure when you're 0-2 at home trying to get that one. So, but he was fine. I felt like we had a full enough bullpen to make a move.
Part of that too, getting Nate back. What were kind of the process the last couple of weeks? Did you feel like he was just rusty today, or?
No, I mean, he had a really good bullpen. He came out and really got the big out. You know, we're a 1-2 count, and we hit the guy, and we're trying to throw it on the other side of the plate. And we walk 2 guys, and then we fall behind. Like, probably maybe a little rusty. He had a really good bullpen. We had him checked out. Everything's good. You know, shoot, he had really good stuff today. The stuff was there. He made some really good pitches. Just, you know, when it's getting tight like that, he's trying to do too much. And you know, like I look up at Nate Doman. This guy got a chance to be one of the better players in the country. But he's, you know, it's been tough. He's had a tough couple weeks too, and the game is testing him a little bit.
I don't know, it's a tough weekend. You know, what would you kind of assess, you know, where the team is right now with 2 weekends left to play?
It's tough. You know, we just got to keep going, try to squeak out a couple wins. You know, I really don't know what to say about it. It's not good.
You're obviously doing some things that are kind of historic. I mean, you're now tied for 6th on the all-time record for, you know, single-season home runs. I mean, did you expect this year to happen? I know you expect a lot from yourself, but can you kind of assess the season you're having?
It started out slow for me. Well, it really started when I broke my wrist this fall. Didn't get a lot of swings, and it started out slow. You know, everybody, the sophomore slumps or whatever, and I just got to keep working every day to get where I am.
You've kind of made that jump going from a freshman to sophomore. I mean, have you felt like that there's been a bigger, you know, leadership role for you on this team, especially as you're kind of going through some of these struggles as a team?
Yeah, just because I've been through it last year. Just try to get the guys up every day, work hard, and I think we do that. I mean, we work hard every day. It's just baseball's not going right for us.
I mean, having been through that, you know, what do you kind of say to your team at this point of the year with a few weeks left to kind of try to, you know, turn around and get some momentum into the later part of the season here?
We just talk about trying to get to Hoover, because, you know, you get to Hoover and you never know what happens.
When you guys see these losses piling up, I'm just curious, inside the locker room, does it feel like there's a major gap between you guys and these top teams in the SEC, or does it feel like you're closer and there's just something missing that is preventing you from making that move?
I don't know. It's tough when you lose. I mean, that's how it is. I feel like we all know we got good players, and I feel like we're trying to play as a team, and just things aren't going our way right now.
Have you seen teams pitch you a little bit differently when DJ kind of gets hot a little bit? I mean, it's not like they can just pitch around you.
Yeah, they have to give me something to hit, which is nice. They're still not going to give me great pitches, but I feel like their mistake pitches I can take advantage of.
What do you feel like this team needs to do down the stretch? Just kind of keep it together and maybe salvage something out of the season and maybe get to Hoover?
Just keep playing hard. Throw strikes, timely hits. Same thing I've been saying the whole year. It's just keep going.
What's it like to see your name up there with Tommy Rampo and Brett Rooker's next one up on the list? He's having a great year so far this year in the pros. What's that like for you?
It's good, but can't live in it. You know, really the only name I'm looking at is Palmero. I'm trying to get to that. But no, I just go out there every day, take good swings.